Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, super cool. So I'll get right into it. I was with the team yesterday, and we were putting hey, Renee, we were putting together or building the foundational knowledge for the bot to actually learn. And it actually took a lot longer than I thought. So I thought I was going to be prepared for like 11 a.m. What ended up happening was I wasn't prepared till like 4 p.m. And that's actually a good thing because what ended up happening was I spent all day kind of tackling Rhino bugs from every single angle. So to give you some perspective, we had uploaded 822 different questions and answers about Rhino bugs, ranging from what is it, how does it work, what's the expectations, what are the next steps, et cetera, et cetera. And then answering the question in a non-aggressive fashion to a little bit more aggressive fashion to answering it in the styles of Joe Girard to Robert Cialdini to Jordan Belfort, right? Um, Inputting data from or sales scripts from like 1990 stockbrokers um, to Mary Kate um, original over the phone sales and what was the guy's name? Something Brannigan, the 1-800 mattress guy, right? So we went Zig Ziglar. So we went through all of the top salesmen ever in the history of the world. What were their styles? What worked for them? We had our AI actually generate questions from a very um, uninformed point of view, like, "Hey, listen, if we said this to you, what would you say?" Right? So we really came at it from every angle. So I'm actually quite certain, and certain's a strong word, reasonably confident that within a week's time of anybody, hey, good morning, Frida, questioning the bot, talking to the bot, that it actually kind of became something a little bit bigger than I thought. Like, I really believe that if given the opportunity, that bot will be able to close any person, right? Which actually then begs a bigger question. Well, couldn't you just kind of put the bot everywhere? Like, where can you put the bot if it has the ability to actually make sales for you? And a bot's duplicatable. Like, once it's done, it's done. I could take the code and throw it all over the internet if I want. Which was a sentence I said yesterday to my team, and it's an easier sentence said than done, right? Like when you say you're going to throw a bottle over, like what does that even mean? How would you do that, right? What would you do? Like you can't just. So there's steps to it. But the point remains that from our perspective, from our platform, the bot is going to be really fantastic to a point that we weren't even expecting. And to a secondary, does it be, is there an opportunity? Is that become an affiliate opportunity, right? Like, is it an opportunity to say to someone, hey, listen, um, this will generate its own, kind of like an ATM, this will generate its own revenue. Just put it somewhere, right? Like put it on your website or put it here, put it there, and we'll pay you 10% of it every month. Like, I don't know, but I do know that that's a question for a later date. Um, yeah, Brian, no, you're absolutely right. So there's bigger things in thought with that, but in terms of us accomplishing what we wanted to, we're very close to it. Um, I think today I just have to kind of probably practice with the initial contact, right? Like, so if you go in the membership, when does the bot contact you? How does it contact you? What repetitivity, right? And if you contact it and ask it a particular question, how does it? Of course, it's going to answer it, but how does it tie it to the next thing? Um, and then when it gets to closing, what are the next steps? Like, does it have to pull the information? Does it have to handle it? Like, so there are things happening, but in terms of the bulk of it, that's behind us now. Abdul, I don't see him here, but I did tell him yesterday that I would have the Salesforce flashcards done for yesterday. But obviously, with the bots taking me longer, I was unable to. But I did finish it today. So I will be spending time in membership and completing the organization of it, right? So when you go to membership, you are kind of just like, have you tried this yet? No, but I'll take a look at it, Terry. When you go to membership, you're kind of inundated with a bunch of stuff. Like for instance, I get people. Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, I am familiar with the taking notes, and anyone's welcome to do that. We record ours, and they're only 10 to 20 minutes, and they're up for replay. So, and they're transcribed on YouTube. So we haven't really jumped into that, but you're certainly welcome to record it and share it. But as it pertains to what was I just saying? Oh, so when I actually got emails like, "Hey, I love membership, but when I go into it, I kind of don't really know what to do. I don't know where to go. How do I get to this?" And it's because in the beginning, when we did membership, we had it set up that we would sign you up, and then you'd get the first email, "Hey, orientation's Monday," so that the following Monday is when your sequence started, and you'd be able to participate in a complete curriculum. So, for instance, even though we've since completed teaching it, if you joined membership today, you would actually get day one on Monday and day two on Tuesday, day three on Wednesday, and go through it exactly the same way as if you were a live member, which was fine in the beginning. Ever since we've since completed it and realized that it's quite a long process, we decided, you know what, let's really minimize this. Can we go ahead and edit every single video to just simply take out the portions where we're doing the test taking so the person can see the answers? Can we go ahead and watch every single video and take the questions and answers and put it in the email so that you have it? Can we go ahead and itemize it for you where you have all 21 days worth of videos if you want to reference back to each individual one, but at the same time, if you want to go quite quickly, here's all the answers, here's the videos of just the answers, and here's how you get registered for the test. And if you did that, and if you took the test, what assurances would one have that they would even pass this test? In which case, we went back through our test taking, all of our stuff, and compiled 600 flashcards that we believe, and I don't know how you stand behind it, right? Like we're not going to guarantee people pass the test because I don't. Oh, Abdul, we were just talking about you. I don't. I don't know anyone else's mental faculties, right? But I am reasonably certain that if somebody went through all 600 flashcards at least once a day, 4 or 5 days in a row, I think they would pass the test. I think we're engineering that you could pass the certification. The other side of that is if you pass a certification, you're not really sure how to do it. Well, you're not really that valuable in the job market unless, which we're doing, we launch our own agency, we go ahead and get the clients, and we go ahead and assign the hours out to our team members, and we'll find someone that's able to partner up with someone so that you can have a learning process through it. But again, you have to kind of know what you're doing. So we'll have a test for someone to, I guess, graduate to being able to get those hours, which we haven't even started yet, but that's coming. Abdul, I was just talking about you. We have the flashcards and everything. They're going to be done. Well, they are done. I'm going to have it all up on membership by the middle of the day. And I'll actually email you and let you know. So I just want to share that with you. We were unable to finish it yesterday, but they are completed as we speak. So that's the idea. So instead of having those 4 weeks worth of emails, can we send you effectively 1 week worth of emails every single day and have it have a goal in it, right? Like email one would be spend 2 hours doing this and go through the flashcards once. Email two, email three, email four, and all of which, and go ahead and schedule your test for next Monday. We're going to make sure that you have it passed. So that seems pretty cool. And again, that's a complete free offering, right? We're going to be able to say to anybody, hey, listen, we don't know what you're doing, but if you'd like to go ahead and participate and get certified for this career, we're going to do that for you, and we'll even provide job placement, which is a good thing. Which brings them to the membership site where the bot does all of its work. Also, with the email we sent out today, again, going back to yesterday, I did not have the time I thought I was going to have. So I wanted the email today to really start sharing Rhino Bucks a little bit more. Yeah, my pleasure, Abdul. But I wasn't able to complete it. So I had most of the email done, and I even made most of the site. But when you say most of anything, it's not really everything. So I didn't want to send out kind of like halfway. So what I thought would be better is, okay, we said today, and now it's like, okay, give us one more day, and it kind of gins up a little bit of curiosity and excitement. So tomorrow's email will have that, and I will have that completed. I I think sometimes I get a little too fancy. I think I want to just like we're doing all these things to bring people into membership and I'm doing all these things to bring people into the Rhino Bucks fold. But I also do think that if you just share what Rhino Bucks is and give a live presentation on a daily basis, there would be those that would understand it. So we're going to try to mix that in a little bit as well. So we got the hub working, we got the Rhino Bucks working, and then lastly, we do want to have kind of like a package, right? So if you believed in Rhino Bucks or you want to be, or if like you were one of the influencers that we're building that list of, and we were able to convince you, hey, listen, if you're able to do this, this could be your reward. Well, what's that package look like? Like, what do you need to do? Because everyone could say, yeah, that sounds great, but like, what are next steps? And you have to have that in place, right? You would never go up to the girl you really like and say, "Oh, you finally get their attention." They're like, "Okay, cool. Like, I'm here. What?" And you're like, I wasn't. I don't know what I want to say." Like, you're not a dog chasing a car. Like, you catch them, and you're like, "I'm a dog. I don't have keys. I don't know how to do this thing." So we're building that out today and tomorrow. So effectively, long story short, Monday is kind of like an all clear day, like go, go, go. So that's just where we're at. Today is a bit of a shorter day for me because I have to go to a doctor in the middle of the day. Nothing wrong. Just I can't keep getting out of it. It's like every week I'm like, I'm sick, and they're like, well, we're the doctor, so calling out sick to the doctor doesn't work. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm sick. They're like, yeah, well, then you should make it. And I was like, well, this is the one person you can't call out sick to, right? Um, and that's that. So let me go. Other than that, everything is. Oh, actually, low commentary on Rhino Bucks. So I saw the individual that continued selling 100 yesterday, which is fine. They were down to like 500 left, and then someone came in and sold 200. I was like, and who is this person? So I took a look. I know who the person is, and they're down to like 150. So it's just one of those things. And I was thinking about it this morning, right? It's like you once the individuals that have to sell are done selling, well, then the money that had gone to supporting the coin to purchase from what they're selling goes to just purchase for it to go up. Um, so it really is one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know, we have the luxury that we're together every morning and every day seems like the be all and end all because everything's so important as you're focusing on it. So if you're like in one day, everything that happens that day is huge. Um, so if you tripped and fell at 11 o'clock, it's like, oh my God, my day. I tripped and fell at 11 o'clock. But after like a week and you look back at your week, you don't even think about that you tripped and fell. It's not important. It's only important because you were thinking about it that moment. The point being, yeah, Rhino Bucks will have a lot of times where people just come in and they're like, oh, I need to get out. But once they're out, they're gone. And I also just gotta cite that this moment in Rhino Bucks is not the goal. Like nothing that we've done is even close to being the goal. This is still just building. So when you're able to continually support and build while not sacrificing something very large, it's gold. So if I said to you, "Hey, listen, we're doing our best, and we're exactly what we're going to be, and this is the best Rhino has to offer, and if you just wait, somebody will stop selling," that sounds awful. That sounds like I'd rather like go play the lotto. But if I'm sitting here telling you, yeah, we're building every single day. We haven't even turned on something that makes money yet, and we're still able to go ahead and provide what we have been. Then it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. Like, if this is the worst case scenario, I'm pretty okay with that. I can't even, yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Um, because also, William, just to that point, it's like everything we have done is built to scale. So once it goes, it just so it's funny, like one of our original investors, actually like one of the originals, we call them the OGs, the original gangsters, right? And that sounds silly. I would never say the word gangster, but OG is a fairly common term, and that's what it stands for. One of the people that actually invested when Rhino was just an idea emailed me the other day, and he's like, "Hi, I've seen the coin go down, and this and that, and blah blah blah." And I looked at him, and I was just like, "Now's the time that you're going to give me a hard time. you've been around from COVID to this to that to the third. And I go, did you take a look at the market cap? He goes, okay. Keep up the good work, yeah. I'm like, thank you. Like, I was like, sometimes you know so it's so long that you want to write something a little different in the email, but I held it back. I was like, well, Mr. Blah, 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 and Doctor, right? Just in case he's watching. All right. Love everyone. Let me go, and I will see you tomorrow.